I'd like to think this is going to work now. We'll see. Oh, shit. You can speak now, Connor.
Hello.
Yes. Oh, God. How are we doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? Can everyone hear Connor all right?
Brilliant. Hello, everybody. How are we doing?
Mate, Jesus, oh God. This will be the third time I've done that, and it's every single time. I've got settings on screen. Oh, I do. Thank you. Oh, see, Foxley, that's which camera? That's why you're here. Thank you. Nice light. Yeah, so that's the third time I've done this, and every time I always think I'm going to fuck this up. Connor, before we get into no, I didn't. Before we get into this real quick, you've watched Spider-Man tonight, right?
Oh man.
No spoilers, but what are we saying, dude? What are we saying?
It's fucking brilliant.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's worth paying to go to the cinema to go and watch it.
Oh, you think?
Yes, thank you, so thank you.
Gonna fuck this up like Yoda fucks mums. Nice. Okay. Guys, just a quick reminder for those of you that are new here tonight when we're doing when the podcast goes. We don't always just go straight back and name people by names. We will try. Both of us have the chat up, and we will read questions. We will read all the different things that come out from. Let me move this. There's the show notes that come up from the chat. But the idea is that we have a conversation. I was talking about it earlier. And then we can put it up on different podcast platforms and things like that, and YouTube and things like this as well. So don't be afraid to get involved in the conversation. If we don't respond to your question or your statement straight away, we will do. Trust me. And with that out of the way, Connor, quickly, you've been on this podcast before, haven't you, my dude?
I have. I've been. Welcome back. I didn't fuck up that much.
No. So, guys, Connor was the first guest on the inaugural What's Aphening podcast, and we did every time I seem to speak to you online, it seems to be a deep dive. I mean, there's no mum jokes there, but like literally, we did a deep dive into your streaming career and like what led you to streaming and stuff. And now we're going to be looking at a deep dive into hover. And so before we do this, I want to clarify something with you. Is it hover or hover?
Hover, innit?
It's definitely hover. It's definitely hover.
Like it's hovering.
It's definitely hover.
Yeah.
No. I say hover. Have we got a hover?
You want to be like you, wouldn't it? Like hover. Hover. It's hover, yeah. It's hover.
It's definitely hover. It's definitely okay. Good, because that would have been real awkward if we just kept saying different things throughout the night. Okay, Connor. For those of you, for those that haven't, who don't know you, I mean, where the fuck have they been? And for those of you that don't know you yet, for those of them, I'm not speaking right. For anybody that doesn't know you, Connor, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about your channel. Go.
My name is Connor. Or call Matt. Call whatever you want. I don't mind. We on my channel we do a variety of random shite. We are a premier just chatting. No, I'm joking. We do all sorts of just chatting. We play some games sometimes. Ingling. Hi. We stream 4 times a week: Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And we fuck mums.
Perfect. But that is a clip in itself that should go on hover, right? There's a great introduction to your channel. Guys, and for those of you that don't know, you can see, if you're watching this live or if you're watching this on YouTube, his socials are just beneath his beautiful, well-lit portrait. You can see them there, his hover link, his Twitch link, and his Twitter link. Thank you very much for those buddies there, Carnage, and a big shout out to Legendary Energy. We see you, bro. We see you.
Oh, so starting off strong.
Straight away. She's gone right to the end of the agenda and jumped straight into to asking that question. We'll come back to that question a little bit later on, Soph. But I don't know how you want to sort of do this a little bit in terms of like what is hover. So what I want to do is say, what was hover to you? If that makes sense. Not what it is now, but what was it to you?
So I didn't really, at first, I don't even know where I found it from. I'm sure I was scrolling through either Twitter or I was scrolling through something and I saw this like pretty much a brand new app and I was like, it can't hurt to try, can it, surely? So I was like, fuck it, let's give it a go. I don't have the time to edit all these 10-minute videos onto YouTube, put them on YouTube. I literally don't have the time, so I was like, "Fuck it, we'll give it a go." And it sold itself as like a what were the exact words that I saw? It was, I think it was a tweet that I saw, and it was something along the lines of um, sorting out Twitch's discoverability. And I was like, you know what? That fucking sounds sick. That sounds like perfect. 'Cause
Sure.
at the moment, there isn't any.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to get big as a streamer. Like to meet new people and stuff like that. You've either got to stream a shitload, so you're on the website, but otherwise you get 0 offline follows. So I was like, fuck it, let's give it a go.
Yeah, no, and that's fair. And I think, like, obviously, so you signed up before me. I think it was either a week or 2 weeks, whatever it was. It was a period of time, and you basically would just, plug in it, and right, guys, I'm using Hover. And at the time, for me, I mean, you make a good point there where you say, look, you didn't have time to edit videos and all this. We talked about that. We talked about getting content out there, and the phrase a streamer or content creator is thrown around quite liberally, in the sense of not that you have to decide which one you are, but it's almost like if you're a streamer, then you need to YouTube, and you need to TikTok, and you need to Instagram, and you need to do this. And we'd both spoken openly, actually, on the first episode of What's Aphening, and also in personal conversations, about not having the time to do any of that. So how are we ever going to move further? And I know that you had started uploading clips, and because actually, let's go back, because it was just before Hover. I think you said you were going to start making a push for YouTube Shorts.
We started. Well, I mean, me personally, I started just getting my content onto as many platforms as possible. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna start this YouTube Shorts, which was is it in beta or still in beta?
I couldn't tell you, but it certainly was in beta at the time when you were using it.
We was like, fuck it, we'll chuck it on the. You can use the exact same clips for TikTok because it's in the same format. And I was like, let's give that a go. Just get them out there. If it gets seen, and even if it brings in one person, it is what it is. It's not too much editing. I used a little software called Streamladder, and that just it made it so it put it into that format.
Yep.
And I did that for weeks and weeks. Probably you're pushing like a month of uploading like daily stuff to TikTok and YouTube, and I got absolutely nothing from it. I didn't get a single person coming in going, "Oh yeah, I came from YouTube. I came from TikTok." So I saw this and I was like, "Why not? Why not take the risk and go for a new app?"
Yeah, okay, that's great, because I know at the time you were like, "Yeah, I'm doing YouTube Shorts," and it made me rethink. Okay, should I do YouTube Shorts? YouTube Shorts make sense. It's like it's short form content. I'm already editing every now and then to TikTok, the vertical videos and stuff. Maybe I can just take those TikToks, because I think I said to you I was just going to download every TikTok I did and put it up for YouTube Shorts, and we'll just do that. And then obviously you were like, I'm going to do Hover, and I was like, I don't know if I have the energy to do another one. But I think you'd gone on about it for like that 10 days or whatever it was, and then you were like, look, like Aphen, like I'm getting views on this. Like I'm having like 100 views on a video that in TikTok and YouTube Shorts has seen 2 videos, to 2 views or something like words to that effect. And it was like, okay, all right, let's sign up. So I signed up with code MAC26. Guys, if you're not already on Hover, there are 2 codes you can use tonight. Obviously, mine is AF100, APH100, and obviously Mr. Conmac, Mr. Conmac has MAC26. And we'll get into why referrals help Hover and help the accounts and the users a little bit later on. But and Legendary Energy's just asked in the chat, is Hover just streaming TikTok? We're going to get into that in a little bit, and I think that's kind of where we're going. So yeah, you signed up, I signed up, and what I want to do now, I don't know how easy this is for you, Connor, but could you go to your first video quickly and tell me how many views you have on that video now? I should have prepared you for this.
I can't remember if I deleted any early ones.
That's fair.
I will have a quick look to see what the first one is. But it'll more likely been a follow-up from a YouTube, from a TikTok.
That's fair. So I can tell you that my first video has 40 views. And that same video on TikTok has 27. And I uploaded it to TikTok months ago. Like months ago.
Okay. I think this was indeed my first clip. It was a Red Dead Redemption clip, and it got 66 views, which was, I mean, for a fresh app, I think is pretty decent, really. It got 32 likes, no GGs, and 4 comments, probably 2 of my own.
And GG's is something we'll talk about in a little bit as well. But I mean, that's no hashtags used on those either, because I know we talked no hashtags, no nothing. You know, that's pretty impressive, realistically, when you think that all you did was just upload a clip that you did nothing to. You already had it, and you just whacked it there and got 60 odd views. Boom, see you later, son. Okay, cool.
And if you look at it, that's 66 good views as well. I mean, we'll probably get into this at some point, but your TikTok's a massive, like, it's a massive multi-billion user thingy in it. Like, there's probably millions and millions of users on it.
Yeah.
Whereas this is 66 views that probably actually watched it and was like, all right, that was all right.
Yeah.
I like it.
And that's a great point. Let's jump into that right now. So I think at the stats that we got last week, whenever it was that there was something like 4 billion or 4. Yeah, I'm going to say 4 billion users on TikTok or on YouTube, something similar. So 4.5 billion and 4 billion on YouTube. And there's currently 45,000, or there was at the point last week, 45,000 users on Hover. And as you say, the difference there is that your content that's 60 odd views is being watched and looked at and like taken in. And I don't want to jump ahead but I think actually it makes sense to just be a little bit free flowing with the conversation. But we talk about those views being decent views that have actually interacted. Like you're getting people go on your Hover and then go into your Twitch as well now, aren't you?
Yeah, quite frequently actually. It's I mean, I can load it up. I can load up that data as well if you want that data. Yeah,
I mean, you can do it. If you want to share that, you can do. So, guys, while Connor's doing that, let me tell you. So, within Hover, they have this little button which basically says like visit Twitch. So you can go on the Hover app, and you come across Aphen, Conmac26, Fanlight 86, all this sort of stuff, and you go, oh, I like this video. This was funny, and there's a little button that says visit Twitch. So you can click the visit Twitch button, and then you're on our Twitches straight away. And you can either click follow, or if we're live, it will come up saying we're live now, and you can click live now, and then you'll be brought straight into the straight into the stream. Interestingly enough, we literally had a user 15 minutes before the podcast started of a person saying, "I found you on Hover," and I was like, "Oh shit, okay," you know what I mean? So it's insane. So yeah.
That's people liking your content enough to click on that live button and go, actually, they're live. I'll go and check them out now. Yeah. They clearly like your content. They're not just coming in for the sake of going, oh, fuck it, I'll go in there and then tell him that I've been from... I mean, potentially you might get a little bit of that. We'll probably touch on that a lot later. But yeah, it tends to be, oh shit, I actually like this clip and he's live now. Let's go and see if he does that actually on stream.
Yeah, for sure. And we do have a couple of questions in the chat that are talking about, have people come into people's chats letting you know they come from Hover? I don't know if it's an unwritten rule, but certainly each person I've seen, they always say, hey, I found you on Hover.
Even though the app does tell you.
It does.
It does tell you.
It does.
So in the last day, I've had 2, 3, 4, 5. I've had 7 people offline come into my stream and follow.
In what? In the last day?
In the last day, yeah. That's just a single day. It
That's
goes
insane.
back obviously further than that.
That's insane.
I think only 4 of them followed, but that means that people come to my channel going, oh shit, is this content for me or not? If they don't like it, they fuck off, and if they like it, they click follow, and then it's potentially a new person in your stream. And as we were saying before, that offline engagement it's difficult to get if you've not got the time, and we're currently getting that offline engagement. So.
Absolutely. Like we talk about, so offline engagement and things like this, and clips. People clip. We've got a clip literally right here that's been clipped by Foxley, no less. I'll shout out. It's of the Conmac selling himself. So I was earlier, about 5 minutes ago, I said that was a great sell. You should clip that and you can put it on Hover. This has been clipped. Without Hover, let's say Foxley clips that clip, it just stays in your stream. It just stays in your clip library. It doesn't do nothing unless you put it on Twitter, you put it on TikTok, you put it on YouTube, and then you go, guys, come and look.
Yeah.
My understanding, the difference between Hover and TikTok and stuff, not just the algorithm, but it's the fact that it's the user base. So TikTok could be diluted or saturated with foodies, people that are looking for food, bloggers and things like that, and travel blogs and how to twerk or whatever else like this. Hover is you and I both say TikTok for streamers.
Yeah.
or stream viewers.
Because if you see maybe a potential clip for TikTok, first of all, you've then got to find the name on Twitch and go through that and the likelihood of a specific person going on TikTok to go, I want to find a streamer, is very, very slim. Like it's so slim. Whereas Hover, it's literally built for it. A viewer could go in and go, I want some new streamers. Flick through 5 or 6, go, oh shit, this is a good one. Visit channel, the live, see it, press follow, and then you've got a new follower then.
And the difference,
or a new viewer.
And the difference is here. People can say, yeah, but you can do that now. I could go to Twitch now, and I could go to the browse category, and I could go to Apex Legends, and I could browse all the Apex streamers. And you can, and that's true. You can do that.
You can. But then you've got to then sit in that stream for 10, 15 minutes
until there's a good bit.
Is this going to get good at any point?
Yeah. Or like... Whereas you can go on. So then circling back round, you do a fantastic clip on your stream. Someone clips it, goes, oh shit, you got a triple kill or whatever else, winner chicken dinner and all that sort of stuff. It gets clipped. You put it on Hover. That circulates through the discoverable tab or whatever it is, and someone sees it and goes, oh shit, that was a great headshot. That was, oh my god, did he just shield there? Did he just bat here and all this sort of stuff? Yeah. Click the button, visit on Twitch. You're live. You're playing Apex. You're being cracked, and they go, shit, okay. And otherwise, that clip does nothing.
Yeah. It genuinely, if you go to your clips now and you scroll it by views, a lot of your really good clips will be at the bottom because you've either not done anything with them or they just sit there on like 2 views and you're like, well, that clip is fantastic, potentially could go viral, and it's sat on 2 views.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll take it back to this. So this is interesting. I don't think I put this in the show notes, Connor, but I remember Hover Jake talking about it. So Hover Jake is one of the creators or the founders of Hover, the app itself. We were very fortunate enough to have a conversation with him last week. Actually, he popped in the stream, no less. Found me on Hover. I had the irony, and so we asked him, why did he make Hover? And this is where it comes. So he was playing with Xander. They were playing, I want to say Halo. I'm going to get it wrong, but it was Halo or something like that. And I think Xander was carrying Hover, was carrying Jake, and he'd made a fantastic play. And they were like, oh shit, let's clip it, let's do that. Like, what are we? But then actually, well, no one's going to see it. What are we going to do with that? Like, how do we make sure that people know that you're fucking cracked? So they then came up with the idea for this app to utilize those clips, be discoverable, promote those cracked instances to a group. And it is the emphasis here is a group or a like-minded user base. There's no point, saturating TikTok with all this streaming stuff when the majority of TikTok isn't people interested in streaming stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll get the people going, oh, well, is it not just going to be a follow for follow, support for support kind of thing? And we had our doubts, didn't we? We definitely had our doubts on the entire thing. We were like, this could be a massive, massive scam, which it is. But we were like, surely if it's only streamers on the app, someone's going to go into someone's stream and then be like, oh well, I've followed you, I've been trying for 5 minutes. Now you come to my stream.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of us do that, do we? None of us do that. The whole support for support thing. So, we were like, is this going to work? Is this going to be legit? And then, I mean, from there, I'll let you talk about how it's benefited you on that front.
And before we get into this, I want to make a clear point here. This podcast, this stream, has in no way been endorsed by Hover. Or we haven't been asked by Hover to say anything. I didn't approach Hover and say, "Hey, look, I'm going to do a podcast. We're going to talk about this." So the positive, and I'm being deadly serious with you. The positive things that we're saying are because we've experienced positive.
if you want to support,
we'll take the check mark, guys. We'll take the check mark. But the positive things we're saying is because we found them to be positive, and we will get into what potential negatives. But what we felt that at the time, and this is a good time to talk about Hover because they're doing their next top streamer season 3, which we definitely will tell you guys about in a minute. But I want to just preface that with this is no way an ad supported or endorsed podcast or stream by Hover. No. These positives are coming from us. So yeah, I mean, I'll talk about growth. I looked, and from me using Hover, I don't know, let's say 4 weeks ago, I was on. I've got roughly 40, 35 to 40 followers on Twitch. I'm not saying they've necessarily visited my stream, but they through Hover, but they've definitely come to my stream and said, "Oh, I found you on Hover," and then they followed or whatever. In terms of discoverability, literally, you're a better place to talk about this in a minute. But in terms of discoverability, I got into the top 16 with 2 clips. So the top 16, before we get into this, the top 16 is generally a weekly challenge that Hover put on themselves, and you upload a clip. There'll be a theme. It'll be like, best jump scare, or just general top 16, top moment of the week, that sort of stuff. And you basically upload it, tag it in this challenge, and let it do its thing. And if people like it, they click it, they like it, they view it, they watch it, they share it. At the end of the week, you may get called into this challenge. You may even win. For me, I got to...
You get recognition from that as well. If you get into some thingies, someone might go, "Oh shit, this is actually a funny clip. Yep. Let's click on the channel for and in the chat as well. They spam the shit out of the link as well.
Yeah. So you got people clicking on that link. You got people going, "Oh, I've recognised you. I've been in other." So talking about my experience and stuff like this, I've got into other streams and they've gone, "Oh, I recognise you." In fact, there was a fucking partner, and I'm going to say it, I'm going clout, whatever. There was a partner. I went into a stream last week, and I was like, "Yo, what's going on?" I found the partner, ironically, through Hover, and they were like, "Oh, Aphen, I recognise that name. You were in a top 16." And I just want to be clear, I haven't got further than a semi-final on a top 16. So it's even at just the first. Yeah, okay, guys. For those that are listening, Connor's making a wry face that implies that, well, I have, and he's going to be able to talk about that in a minute. But so even just the first levels of a top 16, the quarterfinals or whatever. Fucking partners, other people that just, and the key phrase is, they wouldn't know shit about me if Hover didn't exist. Fact. Yeah. But Connor, you've taken the time to come and guest and be on this show. So tell me a little bit about your experience with top 16. Let's go.
Yeah. So, oh shit.
Just quickly before we do, guys, listening on podcast, we have literally just had another. Oh my God, it's the famous Aphen from Hover. It is indeed Nolski. Big shout out to him. We did find him on Hover, and he has indeed found us on Hover. What's up, dude? How are you? Good to see you. Welcome in. Connor, top 16. Talk to me.
So yeah, we've I literally just uploaded some random clips. I was like, fuck it, let's chuck some random clips in. Why not? We got in 1 week, I believe, myself and Hackers both got in the same one.
Yep.
We ended up in the same bracket somehow. Out of the I think they said like 1,000 clips got entered into it. Somehow, out of the 16 clips, myself and Hackers got put into the same category. Yeah. And they then used my shittest clip, and I did get beat by Hackers, which was fair enough. I'll take it. Because the week after, I got into the final against their partner after knocking out some crazy well-known people. Because I'm assuming people just like the clip. We got to the final against a big partner, like a big partner, and we ended up only losing by 3%. It was pretty impressive. From there, I got 2 partner follows in that stream. I got a handful of other follows. And then people, I'd go into someone, I'd comment on someone's TikTok and be like, "Oh, sorry," on the Hobbit, and they'd be like, "Oh, you're that dude from the final." I was like, "Yes, I am."
And that's recognition that you just wouldn't have got. Now you can say, "Oh yeah, but," and there's a comment in the chat that we'll come to, but you could say, "Oh, if someone had seen you on TikTok, you'd have blown up." Yeah, they would have done. But what I'm saying is that the chances of being seen on TikTok compared to the chances, of being seen on Hover are vastly different because of the different categories, the dilution, the saturation of clips, all that sort of stuff. So just to go back to this, we'll come back to your top 16 in a minute, Connor, but the comment in the chat is, someone from a perspective of an average viewer, if Hover was TikTok for streamers, hey, Cabrisson Pappy, see, there's another one from Hover. This is insane, you see. It just keeps coming through, and this is what we're talking about. if Hover is TikTok for streamers, it takes off. What's stopping someone else from making TikTok for artists or TikTok for music? And then at the point, the average viewer probably wouldn't want to download all these different apps. And that's a good point. But you have to realize why Hover is, or what Hover's trying to do. And it's trying to, at the moment, we spoke to Hover Jake last week, as I said earlier, in that it's getting the content base created with all of these content creators, all of these streamers, putting the clips out there, so that then when viewers come along, you could say it is a niche app, and it probably is a niche app because there's people looking for new content, there's streamers looking to promote their content. But, we've got another comment here that says a TikTok for specific things would be sick. And I think that's what we're seeing here. We're seeing the utilization of clips that would just sit there doing nothing. And, in a time, Connor, and I know we've talked about this and we'll talk about it now, but in a time where you see some of the biggest, streamers jumping into YouTube. We've just seen Ludwig move over to YouTube. We've seen other people move over to YouTube and stuff like this. And Twitch is just sat there letting your clips do nothing. There's no discoverability. You go into a browsing category, just chatting, meta. We've talked about this. And you get diluted. Like, how else do you get seen? Connor, do you want to talk? I'm going to let my dog out.
Yeah. It's... I think it's the fact that a lot of people is like, yeah. It's gonna be purely follow for follow. But even so, on Twitch you have to network regardless. I don't care what anyone says. You could be the best streamer on the planet. You could have the best content. If you don't network and find these new people, get friendly with people. You don't have to network just for the benefit of, I get to sell promo in their channel, because that's a shit thing to do. Don't do that. You can literally make friends with these people, chat with them for a little bit, maybe raid them one time, and then they go, oh shit, this guy's a streamer, I'll go and check him out. And if they don't like your content, if they come into your channel and go, not for me, then fair enough. You're on Twitch to find people that you actually want to watch.
And that's the sorry, I'm going to interrupt there because that is the perfect thing. You're on Twitch because you want to watch people. Let's put it this way: there's a guy, and I'm going to shout him out. Dan, Statman Dan, we call him in your stream, because he literally was like, the pandemic came around. Okay, lockdown happens. People can't do shit. People are like, oh mate, can't socialize, can't go for a beer, can't do this, can't do that. So half the population says, well, I'm going to stream, and half the population says, well, I'm going to watch streams. Let's be,
Yeah.
And then Dan is a perfect example, and I think he wouldn't have an issue with me saying this. He was like, fuck it, let me have a look on Twitch. I don't want to stream, but I actually like, my favorite game was Red Dead Redemption 2. So let's see what's cracking there. Somehow he stumbles across your stream, and I say somehow because I think he jumped on like a few different streams, loaded them up at the same time, and then was like, oh, yeah, this dude's pretty funny. He's talking about shaggers and, I'm pretty sure he just killed his horse and whatever else. He's wearing a top hat, which fucking triggers me something crazy. And that dude has literally been in your streams for the last 18 months. He hasn't missed one.
Yeah. He finishes work and he jumps in the stream. And he's now, regardless of he went in for the game, and I don't say him again, but he stayed for the community and the streamer. Like, it's no matter what game I play now, he'll still come in. Even if I start playing Paw Patrol, he'd be like, yeah, that's fine, I'll watch.
So would my son. So let me know when you do that, dude. Let me know.
You have to mute it.
But he's the exception that proves the rule, because in a year, but give or take a few people, in a year you've had one dude come in and be like, yo, this is my home, this is where I'm staying.
Straight from the browsing
page. That doesn't happen. Yet in the last 6 weeks of using Hover, I know there has, because I'm in your streams as well, bro, and there's at least a handful of people that have gone, I found you on Hover, how you doing? And then they've been back the next day and the next day, and then they've raided in and they've done this, and you're like,
yeah.
It
basically cuts that networking that you've kind of got to do out a little bit, because you can just go onto the app and go, this dude's a funny dude, this guy's a good, I like his clip. You click follow, go to his channel, go, this guy's actually quite funny. Raid over,
boom, and
then they might raid you back. They then bring their viewers over. They might go, oh shit, my main streamer isn't online. I'll load this guy up today. And there's a new viewer. If they like your content, they're gonna come back.
And guys, I know, guys that are watching this live now, and guys that will be listening to this later on and stuff. I want to just say, look, we are talking about this from the perspective of a streamer, and I don't like using the term anymore about small streamers, because we're all streamers. Connor, you pointed that out last time we were talking. We're all streamers. We're all trying to get out there. We're all hustling. What we're talking about here is how Hover is helping that hustle, and actually, and changing these things over. And we've got another comment here from Nolski. He says it's niche for sure, but I care a lot more about potential streamers and original clips. I potentially like compared to something like TikTok with people copying each other doing silly trends, and that's a great point. And I also just want to point out here that there's another guy I don't even really know him. Capri's son says Hover doesn't work for him, but he was actually part of their Next Top Streamer season 2, and I believe we found out from Hover Jake and from Jay and all that sort of stuff that actually 10 weeks after that then became partner. I mean, Hover obviously isn't working. It's just obviously not working.
Winged it somehow.
Well, it's a complete scam. It's false. And look, we're not sat here. We aren't the gospel. We're not the ones that are saying this is what you need to do. That's not what we're saying.
No, but the fact that we're actually, I think the fact that we're kind of promoting it shows that it is working. We wouldn't be sat here going, yeah, it fucking works, mate. If we're sat there with getting nothing from it, we're not looking for the like clout chase, and we're like, yeah, well, we'll put Hover in the title, and then Capri's son will nip in and follow.
I mean, that's the only reason he's here, right? and you look at Carnage, right? Let's use Carnage. He's lurking, I think. I don't want to call him out of a lurk, but Carnage _DE is a great friend of the community, and for lack of a better phrase, is a shit hot rap music creator. Like, for real, he is. Carnage Wham Blammer on Spotify. I'm gonna get one of the mods to drop a link in the chat now to his Spotify, and there'll also be a link to his Spotify in the description of this on YouTube and on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Like, legitimately, he's out here hustling. The dude makes some fire tracks. Okay, he spits a few bars on Hover. Okay, he's jumping over to some other streams. Other streams are getting to know him. It would be great to have him on this show at some point. Maybe we can hook that up another time, right? And go, wait, he's not necessarily in this for streaming. He's in this to, get to know him. Rather, it's the different way. What am I trying to say? It's a different way of being out there on the street selling a CD for £5. You know what I mean? No one takes CDs now. Yeah. It's all digital media. And here he is dropping clips up onto Hover and things like this, and getting recognition from people that give a shit. Because if they didn't, they'd scroll past. But they're not. They're like, oh, this is nice. This is nice. This is nice. And so the dude can actually go out there and put his name out and do stuff.
He's just a good human, isn't he? Like, you go into someone's channel and you go, this guy's actually a decent human. Then he goes, oh, I also do music. He's like, oh shit, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, and okay, we finally had a good comment here. It says, Hover is trying to do what Twitch should have done years ago, make an app where I can see the Twitch clips I make. And that's exactly what we're talking about. Granted, it now makes me think that I need to fucking go through my clips and go, shit, this is a bad one, this is a bad one, this is a bad one. But at the same time, it utilizes those things and really does help with the discoverability. YouTube has those offline follows, and this is the interesting thing for me, that we've been streamers now for nearly 2 years. All right, okay, nearly 2 years. We've had different experiences and different journeys or whatever else, and I'm sure that there's streamers in the chat now, and I'm sure that there will be streamers watching this later on, because it's that damn good that people want to watch this and listen to it and stuff. So everyone's had a different journey, everyone's had a different experience. But before Hover, when was the offline follow? How did people know to follow me or you? Do you know what I mean?
Genuinely don't think I ever got one. It might be the off chance where you get a bot following you or something like that, but otherwise, no one can see what you're doing offline. Like, no one sees you in that offline environment, unless you're if you're purely on Twitch, they're only going to see you when you are live. That's the only time they will ever see you. Yeah. Any other time, that's it. You're online or you're offline.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas this, it's giving you that offline exposure, and it's evidently working. It's evidently working. Otherwise, they wouldn't have 45,000 people on the.
So let's stop.
Like you said, hustling.
Let's stop licking Hover's ass too much, and let's talk a little bit about how the algorithm and things and that do work. Okay, so we're talking about why we're talking so positively about Hover because it's working, and I'm using inverted commas there because it is working for us. We are seeing fruits of our labour, if you like. TikTok, you could argue, does work because there's people that have blown up on TikTok. Okay, YouTube does work because there's people that have blown up on YouTube and Facebook, etc., etc. But the algorithms are completely different. And blowing up on Twitch now, for all intents and purposes, to my understanding, doesn't happen like it used to many years ago when loads of the people, loads of the 2% got partnership. You don't get it now. You don't get it like that now because it is so diluted. So let's look at gravity. So gravity then, guys, is what I like to term is like the algorithm mixer, if you like. It's your mixing spoon for the algorithm, okay? It's what gets you put in that melting pot of different streamers, of different content creators on Hover. The more gravity you have, the more times your clip is going to be shown because the more times it's being chucked in that melting pot, right?
It just pushes it out more, doesn't it? It's like you have a shitload of gravity.
Boom.
Here you go. Here's your if you're making the effort to interact with others, to upload your own clips, to get referrals, we're going to push your content out as much as we can, basically, depending on your gravity and stuff like that.
And Legendary, I've just seen your comment there about offline presence. We're definitely coming back to that. It's a great point to make. Yeah. But Connor, we're at different points of the gravity scale. Okay, you've just jumped over 6K.
Yeah, I'm trying to break into the top 100.
Okay, he's trying to break into the top 100, guys. So go and like all of his videos. Okay, you get 2 GGs an hour. We're coming to GG every 4 hours. We're coming to GGs. Go and like all of those. He needs to get into the top 100. We're pretty sure that's what's going to give him a check mark. And if it gives him a check mark, then I can clout chase enough and I can get my own check mark. So go and make sure you like all of that shit. So gravity, you get gravity how, Connor? Do you want to talk about that? How do you get gravity?
Yeah, so literally interacting with clips. Liking clips, commenting on them, obviously getting your own likes, getting your own GGs. Like I said, referrals. I think you get it's 100 gravity per referral.
Yep.
And then you can also get them from just being in Hover's stream. Obviously, Hover streams themselves. They stream the top 16s. Currently what's going on at the moment with the next top streamer. They're pretty much live every single night at the moment.
Yep.
It's pretty mad. And yeah, and I believe in there as well. You can, if you save up enough channel points, you can also get like a K of gravity. I think
yes,
25K.
25,000 channel points in the Hover stream, and you can get 1,000 gravity and stuff. But they make the emphasis on obtaining gravity is engagement and interacting with other people. So it forces. You could argue that it forces, and this is where we get into the negatives, if you like, of. Well, it's all force. It's all follow for follow, and and things like this, because Hover make you follow each other and make you like each other's content, so you get more gravity, and so you get this and stuff. But actually,
go on.
I was gonna say, but actually, even if it fucking was, you could have 10 follow for follows, 10 like for likes, whatever it is on Hover, so they can get gravity. But there's going to be one person in that 10 that's going to go, actually, that was pretty fucking dope.
Yeah.
Which is one more than the none that we're seeing you on TikTok and YouTube. Yeah, and the content's got to come from somewhere, right? And I've made this point several times over the last week alone that you could have 400,000 viewers, 400,000 users of Hover come, and there'd be no content because it can't be streamers because that's follow for follow and like for like and all this sort of stuff. And then they go, well, actually, there's nothing here, and they leave. Or you can have what we're doing now, what we're termed as now almost as hybrid streamers. A hybrid between streamer and viewer. All that sort of stuff, and that. This content is getting pushed out there, and there's becoming a baseline of videos and clips and content that people then, when the app does jump to the next stage, people do go, oh shit, yeah, this is quite dope. There's enough for them to roll around. Well,
I did indeed see a tweet today. Was it yesterday? They were saying that as a streamer, you can also be a viewer as well. Like we are all viewers. We are all viewers as well. We want to still I want to still find good content creators, and that has helped as well. I'll name just one name at the moment, but when I did the top 16, it was Daydream and Dan that was doing it.
Yes.
I give him a follow because he's like a decent dude. Been into his stream, and the guy's a fantastic streamer. He's fantastic. Sure. I genuinely enjoy just sitting in there and vibing.
100%.
And there you go. I'm now a viewer of his channel. It's more streamers. I'd probably say a good 90% of streamers are also viewers as well.
Yeah.
You want to find that good content. We're all we're all nerds, aren't we? We all sit there. We all want to watch some streams. We want to have a laugh, meet some cool people. And that's what Twitch does. It allows you to meet these amazing people.
And I think that's compounded so much more over the pandemic, that it isn't just like a handful of streamers and a plethora of fucking viewers. You know, Ninja and his Fortnite gang. You know, and Nick Merckx and the COD gang or whatever it is. It's become more. I keep saying the word diluted. It's become more diluted in the sense that. There are more streamers. There are more viewers that actually go. Actually, I want to try. I could try this. I could do this. And I'll be honest. Twitch allows it. Twitch makes it quite easy. But then they don't do anything to help that person grow further.
And if you've just created a brand new, fresh account, if you look at that recommended, it is disgusting. It's disgusting. I understand these people are fantastic content creators. Like if you want to go and watch some amazing gameplay, go and watch Tifu or whatever. But if you want to go and have a laugh with a load of genuine, I'm not saying they're not genuine. If you want to go and have that connection with that streamer, you want to see them 10 average viewers, 30 average viewers, 60 average viewers. You want to see them type of people that you're going to connect with a little bit more. And Twitch is like, here you go, have the big names. It's like, well, what about the little names?
Yeah, dude, that's a great fucking point. And coming back to the chat talking about follow for follow and stuff, but. We spoke about this in the first podcast we did last year, where we talked about why what led us to streaming, or what led you to streaming and stuff like this. And it talked about like me, and I wanted to be more social. I'm a social person, so I needed to. Well, lockdown didn't allow me to be social. Typically my IRL friends were like shut down. They didn't, they weren't fussed about this. So I was like, okay, well let me go and make some new friends. And I was able to stream. I found yourself, all that sort of thing. We've made this extended community. Where, as you say, on day one of signing up to Twitch, it goes, go look at fucking this, go look at, Johnny69
Ninja,
and Ninja and all of this that have got 10,000 viewers. You jump in their chat and it's like no one fucking sees me. It's like, okay. And I don't want people to see me, but there's no point me going into a chat like that and going, hi everyone, how are we doing today? And no one fucking says anything about that. Where's the social aspect? And I guess that's the oxymoron with streaming, because, if you hit it big, quote unquote, if you hit it big, maybe your chat jumps like that, but leading up to that, you've built this community of Discord, offline community, haven't you? Rather than just trying to jump into this massive community already. So, and it is a great point. It is a great point, as you say. And Soph was saying about how the hover streams are so late though, and I think that's because they try and make a difference of. They try and cross the bridge between the different time zones, isn't it? Really, they typically stream at midnight for us, don't they?
Yeah, it's perfect America time, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. We've got a comment here. The best argument for that is Instagram is follow for follow because no one on Instagram is the creator, which is a good point. I hadn't actually thought of that. That actually, realistically, no one on Instagram isn't a creator. You
don't tend to just sit there with like a dead channel, do you? You tend to add stuff to it.
They might exist. They might exist, but I've never come against it. I've never crossed it.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm trying to think now. How I'm looking at the show notes that we got here, and I had wrote the gap. Where does hover fit? And I think this is a good point to talk in here. Where does hover fit?
Well, I mean, for us, without the time and stuff like that to add to YouTube and put all this editing effort into doing all these different videos for like I said, your YouTube, where it's got your content is permanently going to stay there. It's currently my number one. I don't even use TikTok anymore. I literally, I only currently upload to hover. I use my main socials is Twitter, hover, and obviously Twitch. I just, like I said, I give TikTok the time of day, and I was uploading almost daily for a solid month and a bit, and got literally nothing from it. I know it's not gonna happen overnight, but I think a month of getting not a single person coming into your stream is pretty dire. That's a bad conversion.
And I think again, I'm going to preface here. I don't want to speak for you, Connor. So jump in and tell me to shut up. But we're not saying don't ever upload to TikTok or YouTube.
Oh yeah.
We're not saying that at all. Everyone knows.
This is currently working for us
Everyone knows that you need to diversify your content. You need to have, I mean, Harris Heller, there's a name, we'll drop that name, you know, he talks a lot about making sure you diversify your content so that then if this is your job, you aren't just relying on the stream. You are relying on, you're not relying, you are getting passive income from YouTube or from TikTok or from Spotify or whatever else. So diversify your content. So we're not saying don't ever diversify your content. We are not, the knowledge on that. What we're saying, as you say, Connor, is what is working for us at the moment. And after nearly 2 years of streaming, we've both tried uploading to YouTube. We've both tried uploading to TikTok. We've both have an Instagram, maybe not really done a lot with it and stuff like this. But we've certainly fucking flamed Twitter, haven't we? We've certainly flamed Twitter a lot.
We're fucking kings on there, mate. Kings.
We are. If you don't follow us on Twitter, our links are here below, and they will be in the description. But it is pretty much Aphen TV on Twitter and Conmac26 on Twitter. But this has made a noticeable difference. Connor, if I can be so, if I ever rude and ask, have you seen you don't need to tell me the numbers, but have you seen a noticeable difference in your average viewership since using Hover?
Yeah. I kind of plateaued a little bit with my average. It was sticking around roughly the same numbers, and since I've used this, I've been having these new people come in, and I know I'm not looking at it as, we will get a new person come in, they're a viewer, they're another number. But we're meeting new people that are epic. One just jumped in. We're meeting these people through potentially just all these different people mixing around, and then you go, and then like I said, if someone comes in, I mean, we've had a couple recently, haven't we? Chicken and Philly. Yeah, they've come in, raided over, brought some amazing people with them, and they seem to enjoy the content. They're chilling. And then you've met a new person. You've potentially got a new viewer. And someone new in your community, like it's Chicken Philly, yeah. So a big comment here says, I guess Hover having the direct link to Twitch is a huge bonus, and I would agree 100% because I want to say it was on one of their streams recently. Actually, one of Hover's streams recently. I think Jay might have done it. He might have tried it out. No, it wasn't. It was on a Twitter. There was a Twitter thread. Okay, so there was a Twitter thread earlier this year. Oh shit!
It was me. There was a Twitter thread earlier this week or last week, and it was some dude had said, like, I'm seeing all this stuff about Hover, but basically. He was basically saying the opposite to what we've said, Connor. Saying he's found... can you remember? Yeah. So he was talking about how he'd seen more views on TikTok, more views on YouTube than he had on Hover. Hover is a scam. And naturally you had a few people that talked back down, like, you're talking out your ass, you're chatting shit, piss off, whatever else.
He got backed up with the facts.
And it got backed up with the facts. It did. And there was and someone had posted a video response saying, "This is me." Hey, I think it was, shut up, Capri. There was someone had posted a video response that basically said, "Look, let me show you. This is me trying to get to your Twitch from your TikTok." And it was like, and it was and then it was like, "This is me trying to get to your Twitch from Hover." Bing bong, done. Bing bong, and it was, and it was, and you can't fucking argue with video evidence.
Yeah,
you can't. So legendary energy, as you say. Yeah.
I think the worst thing is with that dude though, I think he just uploaded 2 videos. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, it looked
nothing
like
else. Didn't go around looking at other people's content. He literally just put 2 videos. I was like, for fuck's sake, mate.
What are you doing? And I think yes, get the bing bongs in chat. It was and that was another light bulb for me where I was like, oh shit, this is something that people aren't realizing is actually gonna change things, and it is such a game changer. And
it's so easy, isn't it?
It's because we spoke, and let's go on to the next thing. Okay, I've got another line here in the show notes that says, "No fucking time to edit." So like, we don't have time to edit. Okay, we don't have time to edit videos. Okay, I've got a second baby on the way. I've got a 2-year-old. I've got, for some stupid reason, I bought a puppy, and I've got a heavy job and all this sort of stuff. You're looking at buying a house. You're working all these hours. Looking for all this new job, all that sort of stuff. And it's like, oh shit. Now I respect the people like 3,000 that have the amazing ability to be able to edit in between and upload to YouTube and do this and Hootsuite and whatever else. But I just can't, bro. I just can't.
No,
And Hover has allowed us to just go, boom, have a clip. Fucking off you go. Off you go, mate.
Yeah. And literally.
And before we talk a little bit about having no time to edit and stuff, because I know there were updates to the website and we were going to talk about that. Which are going to be game changers, to people like us that don't have time to edit. I actually think they're not editing a clip because there are definitely people that edit clips, guys. Let me just. There are definitely people that edit clips. I mean, for one, Carnage beat me in the semi-final of the top 16 because he edited his clip. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it was good.
It was a good clip, but not editing and it's still being discovered is a great way of showing people your true, quote unquote, true content. Do you know what I mean? It's just a clip. Here you go. This is what I do. And it's not edited. So actually, if you like that clip, you may like the stream. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it gives you, I think as well, with because you're uploading it, a lot of the stuff is like raw content as well. It tends to be, this is not saying that Carnage is fake in the slightest, by the way, because he edited a clip. But if you just put up a pure clip, and then no, right, listen. I'm not saying that. If you upload a pure clip, like a clip that's not edited at all, it represents your stream a little bit, doesn't it? Obviously, if you can edit it something and make it look fucking fantastic. You could say the most basic thing, and no, I'm sorry, Carnage. I'm sorry. But you could upload this basic thing. You could put a shitload of editing in there, like explosions everywhere. And then someone comes to your stream, they're like, "What the fuck is this?"
And it's like just fucking tumbleweed. Yeah, for sure. And you could. And I think, actually, we've just had that comment literally just in the chat. There's like, surely an unedited clip is better because they know exactly what they're getting. That's a good one. But a bit of editing can make, I mean, look at the clip that got me to the final, which you indeed did edit. It was such a simple edit. It was a little edit. Yeah. And it made it banging. Yeah, I've said, guys, that the next time I edit a video for Connor, I'm going to put a watermark in there so that when he gets to the final of the next top 16, it says edited by fucking Aphen TV. Oh, a good point here. That's opinions on content. All of my edits just overemphasize stuff. Yeah. So it's a difference between.
Yeah, we're saying the bad.
It's a difference between editing your content so that it's something it isn't, or editing for emphasis. Yeah. Connor, you make the thing you just said there. The edit I made on your video there was literally I enlarged your camera and slowed it down. That was it. Just emphasized the scream because it was for the next scale, wasn't it? So it didn't change the content. It didn't add in music. Didn't add in an explosion or whatever else. It just made the scream slow down. So it is, yeah. And I think
just emphasized, yeah.
It's just an emphasize, but I think that's what we're saying, and that's what Soph is saying in the chat, that there's a difference between emphasizing content and changing your content from an edit. And
I think there's also a difference between trying to like get into a top 16 and win it through like some sick editing, because you could probably potentially win through editing. Like you said, Carnage not with his editing. His clip may have not been better. It may have been better, but the fact that he edited it for that was potentially made it so he got to the semi-finals. Yeah. But if you're just scrolling through Hover and you just see a general clip, you can. I mean, you look at the content and go, yeah, that's my cup of tea. Press follow. You're in the channel.
And yeah, absolutely. And it's going back to that ease. It's going back to that ease and that offline follow and that ease of discoverability. That here's a clip. This is me. This is Aphen TV. This is what you're going to get. The Premier just chatting experience. Twitch just doesn't know it yet. Come check me out. Whereas, there's. And you could argue, and we probably would, argue that actually, well, you're not getting seen on YouTube because there's so many more people using it, and that's the only reason you're getting seen on Hover. And you're not getting seen on TikTok because there's so many people using it, but that's why you're getting seen on Hover. But actually, we go back to the gravity thing. And actually, if people don't like my fucking clips that I put up, I ain't getting shit. I ain't getting no gravity. So I ain't getting put in that algorithm, and I ain't getting people and then I ain't getting another person seeing me. I ain't getting their gravity. So actually, that's horses for courses, and I think that goes back to what Capri said earlier in the chat, which actually the Instagram is, there is no one on Instagram that isn't a content creator, so actually it's always that follow for follow type thing, whereas here and actually, let's go back, I'm going to give him a fucking shout out right now. Carnage, you know him, Bat Chazzy Rex. He joined the stream, found me on Hover, joined the stream the other week. Dude, I went to shout him out. He was like, dude, I don't even create content anymore. I was like, fuck, so you got no gain. You got no gain. He
literally came in just to watch you go stream. And he stuck as well. He stuck around there for the whole, stream and just tried.
And so there is the exception that proves the rule, that literally, a dude like me with my viewer averages or whatever else gets seen on Hover for because I got a certain amount of gravity or whatever, because someone likes my content. Boom, there you go. I got a new viewer for that stream, and I got a new follower and stuff.
Yeah. And that, say you were at like a 15 average in that moment, you might not have been seen by these people because you officially you are low down in the table of all these streamers, aren't you? It's hard to get seen down there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I want to go on.
And again, on Hover, you've got all these different content creators, and you're getting like partner followers and stuff like that because they're seeing your content. Whereas normally, if you've got a partner that says 500 people, they don't tend to check them. I mean, I'm assuming a little bit here, but I don't think they tend to check these people that are sat at 10 viewers, which could be fantastic content creators.
And this is that's a great segue to what to next top streamer. But this is what we were talking about in terms of people being able to see your content. And before we go on, I want to say that I'm pretty sure there's another viewer that's just joined the chat, and pretty sure he's found me on Hover or as a byproduct of your stream, maybe finding you on Hover. Either way. That's Conmac told me about you yesterday. Yes, and I was in the stream. He found you on Hover. Okay, there you go. So byproduct, he found me on Hover. Let's go with that. But you're streaming at an 8 average, a 10 average, a 15 average, or whatever your fucking average is. It doesn't matter. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. When you're not partnered and a partner follows you, it feels good. Oh, it feels good. But that isn't just the same for fucking Twitch. That's the same for if someone verified follows you on Twitter. It feels good because it's like, oh shit, these dudes are balling. These are the ones that have got the contracts, and they followed me. Nice, dude. And it does give you a little bit of a pickup. So I will definitely agree that if you get a follow from a partner, there was a little bit that makes you think, fuck, they followed me. Nice. Okay, good.
Yeah, I must be doing something right.
When they jump in your stream, you go, oh shit. Okay, nice, they're here. I better not fuck this up.
And then they go, oh shit, I'm from Hover. You're like, oh shit.
But when we're talking about, let's talk about next top streamer to the degree of what we know about it, and what we know about it is this season. Let's be honest, and what we've seen. So next top streamer, for those of you that are new to the chat and are listening to the podcast, maybe while you're driving to work or your favorite holiday vacation. Next Top Streamer is a contest, a competition that Hover put on. They're in their 3rd season of it. And the winner of Next Top Streamer this season gets $5,000 and is also crowned Next Top Streamer. And the way they do it is they, again, like we were talking earlier with the earlier competitions, you upload a clip, a 60-second clip of your stream of your ad for yourself. You tag it with the challenge Next Top Streamer, and then they sift through the thousands of entries that go. And I think there was 27. I want to say, I remember Jay saying, Jay is the manager, by the way, of Hover. He's the one that sort of presents all of the top 16 streams, and he's presenting them each with the different judges each night. And I want to say he said there was 2,700 entries this time around, and that somehow someone has the fucking unfortunate job of whittling it down to 32 streamers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they take the 32 streamers and they whittle it down to 16. And you get the top 16 of next top streamer. And then each night, for the next 5 nights, 2 judges and Jay get to view and judge 4 streamers per night, crowning a judge each night until you get to the final 4, which is the final. And then and then it goes through. And the way they do this is each streamer each night gets like a 5-minute interview with the judges and Jay, all that sort of stuff, and then they have a 20-minute audition. And that 20-minute is a live audition. It's a great. It's a great.
You're showing off your stream, what your content is, and going from there, aren't you? Showing that you could be the next top streamer.
Yeah. And we were talking about this, and I think we need to let's be a little bit honest here in terms of, Connor, if you were to jump into Next Top Streamer, would you change anything about what you do on your streams in order for your audition?
Yes.
Okay.
A little bit. I wouldn't go. It wouldn't change it completely because I know what I've got is good.
Yep.
And I said this earlier in the Discord. But it's big headed to say, but you've got to believe in your own content. If you don't believe in your own content, you're going nowhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I would. I wanted to build my channel to a point where it is primarily a just chatting stream. I started with you've got to do it. I started with some of the games that I kind of knew that might put me at, like, I don't know, say like mid to top of the channel, the browse page. You've got to do it when you first start. You can't just jump into a game like Fortnite or Minecraft and expect to get views. It's not going to happen.
No.
So you've got to play the game a little bit when you get started. Get into like the decent numbers on the browsing page and stuff like that of certain games. And then once I got a few views, I'm now. I mean, you come into my stream and I can do a 4-hour just chatting segment easily. Like you used to do the same thing. You literally just sit there for 2, 3, 4 hours just chatting shit.
For sure. There is no doubt about it. I'll say it now. I call myself the Premier Just Chatting Experience. I want to be, and I mean, it's only recently. I say recently. It's only like the last 3 months I've started playing games on stream. Realistically, with Apex and Euro Truck. Before that, I was literally just chatting, and I know you are spending more time just chatting and stuff, but that's because when we talked about it in the first podcast, we look at streaming as a way to engage, make a community, be a not a haven, but be a place for other like-minded individuals to come and fucking chat in a world of shit, in a world of a pandemic, in a panny D, no less.
Pandan.
A pandan. And so, okay, you wouldn't change anything. So going back to guys who just joined us, so you audition, you have 5 minutes, a couple of minutes talking with the judges, and then they get all of the chat from the hover stream to go over to your stream, and you have a live 20 minutes, and it's basically up to you now. You stream for 20 minutes, and they see how you deal with an influx in viewers. They see how you deal with hype train. They see how you deal with all of this sort of stuff.
Just chaos erupting.
Just chaos, yeah.
I think if I was to do it next season, which I more likely will, I think I'd like to plan it a little bit. But most of my streams I do plan to an extent. Like I'll always kind of have a talking point, and then I'll always have like a starting talking point, and then it tends to just segue off onto fucking androids and shoving cream eggs up your ass. But you've got to. I mean, some people have the gift of the gab, don't they? Yourself, you can literally sit there, you can start your stream and just start chatting complete shit, and then make a night of it.
Yeah, it's happened. It's happened.
Yeah, I think if I was to get on the 20-minute audition, I'd have to look at setting up some. I'd make it a just chatting stream.
Sure.
Because I mean, I do them. So it's not like it's. I don't. You never. I mean, in them situations, you don't want to then change your content up a shitload, and then if you did get to the final or you even won it, some people came out to your stream and you were going to do.
You're doing something different. Yeah, we said this. Yeah. Literally said this the other night. Yeah. It would be like me now. And granted, when I first started streaming, I streamed from my PlayStation to my computer. I did fucking remote play, and I played COD. I played Call of Duty. But it would be like me now, going, oh shit. Okay, I'm in my 20-minute audition. I know that the top-rated viewed game on Twitch right now is Fortnite. Guys, we're playing Fortnite. Welcome in.
Yeah.
It's because let's say, and then miraculously somehow I win, and they go, and then I get this influx of viewers. Come in and watch me play Fortnite. And I go, guys, welcome in. This is the weekly wound up where we try to, it's never going to happen. And then you're going to lose all of that traction and become what's the point? You've just lost everything you've done. And we said it night one of watching Next Top Streamer. You have to be true to yourself. Otherwise, there's no fucking point doing it.
Yeah. And you see it in the actual interviews, in the contest currently.
Yep.
You see the 20 minutes and you see some people in the go. You can tell that's what the content is. Like you can see the side there comfortably just doing the content. If they went completely different and went sidetrack and went off into this random tangent of games that they never play, they'd be like, what the fuck? This doesn't look natural.
No.
But yeah, I think you'd have to stay true to yourself on that one, and
have you seen
and
it?
make sure you do what you enjoy.
Have you heard any of the feedback from or much of the feedback from the judges when they've been watching the streams?
Yeah. I've only been able to watch like the first three.
Sure.
The first three lots. So whenever it gets to the fourth one, it's like fucking 2:00 in the morning. I'm like, nah. I need to go to sleep now.
I'm up in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. And yeah, I've been listening to them, and I mean, there are a lot of the people that are on there as judges. They're all well-established streamers, and they know what they're on about.
Yeah.
They know what they're on about, and they're going to give you the feedback that you kind of need to hear as well.
If Jay was here right now, he would say, apart from Capri, so I'm going to do it for him. Yeah. No, and what's great is to get the insight of what they're looking for. And I've had that on an affirmation point. I've had that on an affirmation point of view where I've gone, shit, I do that, or I've gone on a maybe I should do that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it was interesting, and this is a little bit of personal reflection. You know, Connor, because you've been here for a while now, bro. When you first started coming to my streams and I was doing the whole just chatting thing, mate, I had I had my face cam, but I had an overlay, didn't I? So I wasn't the full screen. Okay, so now I'm like. No, not now, but a while ago, I changed to a full screen, and then when I want to say it was Sorry or someone saying the other day, they were like, this just chatting, I'd like it to be full screen. I prefer just chatting to be a full screen, and I was like, oh, okay, good, I made that change a while ago. That's good. So it's good to know that you're doing you're going in the right direction, or even making you think, shit, I need to change this up. Is there? And so I asked the question, Connor, has there been anything, A, that's made you think, yes, I fucking do that, nailing Next Up Streamer Season 4, or B, shit, maybe I need to change that?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
yes,
a little bit.
That's it, yes.
Yeah. There's this thing, and do you know what? I've seen some really good content as well that I'm like, you know what? That's fantastic. That's like really... You can tell that they put a lot of effort into the stream, and that is what the Next Top streamer does, doesn't it? It shows you these people that don't necessarily get the chance. Shit.
We just had confirmation, guys that are listening on podcast players, that I will be the next host when I get partner. I'll be the next host on judge on Next Up Streamer when I get partner. So guys, you know what to do.
Shut the stream down, mate. Fuck it. I've picked them up all this time, and he's not going to give you a fucking tick. What the fuck? He's ever getting ticks for this?
I'll speak to Jake about it, Jay. Don't worry. I'll speak to Jake. So what would you... Yeah, mate, the weekly roundup is coming back. Season 3 of the weekly roundup's coming back January 4th, Lo, but you heard it here first, or second, because I said it last week. But Connor, what, if anything, would you change? That you've seen some of the Next Up streamers. Is there anything that's made you think, shit, I need to have a look at that? If not, but it's just made you rethink a few things, if I can ask?
So not specific, because...
I have a specific, so I can tell you I have a specific, if that helps.
Go on, let's hear yours.
So my specific is, and it was the Epiphany the other day, and I can't fucking remember who it was, and annoyingly I want to say it was either Capri or Jay, and I'm not just saying it because they're here, or it might, but I don't think it was Sorry, but it was, so I have always said, I'm the premier Just Chatting experience, Twitch just doesn't know it yet, okay? And for the last 4 months, I've started playing games. Okay, so I started playing Apex, okay, because I really like Apex. Don't know how, it just happened, and I started playing Euro Truck. So so when I've been thinking about my Next Top Streamer audition, I've been thinking, would I play those games on stream? For me, I kind of find that I'm a 50-50 at times. I've just done a full, complete playthrough of Detroit Become Human. So... you could argue that for the last six or 7 weeks, I've been a variety streamer. And you could argue that before that, I've been a variety streamer. But you could argue before that, I was a Just Chatting streamer. Like, legitimately, you could argue. My Twitch recap, I've got over 400 hours in Just Chatting. So I'm like, okay, for my audition, I don't think I'd play a game. I think I would just chat. But then I look at some of the Just Chatters that we've had on the Next Top Streamer, and they've had a quote-unquote, in quotation marks, a bit. Would I do a bit? Yeah, I think I would consider doing a bit. Does that make sense? Like, I don't have a bit when it comes to my streams. My streams are, apart from the weekly roundup, which I do on a Tuesday. I don't necessarily have a bit. We chat, we vibe, we have a good time, we talk about current events, we talk about Twitch, we talk about the Streamerverse, we talk about games, we talk about what's going on with you guys, what's going on with me. Would that be enough to win Next Up Streamer? I don't know. And that's what's made me think specifically, do I need a game or do I need a bit?
Well, right. So this I think this is a good like segue. It's I think so. You've got people. As a growing streamer, you can't just sit and just chatting. It's I think it's almost impossible. I think, and that's why I mentioned you've got to go into these games and try and get to the top of that list in a game, or even if you get 3/4 of the way up and you sat at a decent level, people might click on you and go, oh shit, I'll give this guy a try. I think you kind of have to start there. It's that networking, isn't it? You've got to get around and get yourself seen first. Whereas the next top streamer pushes you. You could then, if you know you're a just chatting streamer, that stuff like hover and stuff will let people see that. They can click on it, and then they're in there for the just chatting. Then
so you're saying. I think you're saying, I don't want to do that whole, Jordan Peterson thing. So you're saying this, but so you're saying that I've been playing Apex I've been playing Euro Truck, whatever else, but I want to be a just chatting streamer, and I believe in my just chatting capability, and I believe in this and all of that sort of stuff. The content is good. I know you guys have been fucking here for it, right? So if I was to do my next up streamer audition, I should just chat, because that's what my content would be when I get that tick mark. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So, okay, the question over to you then, Connor. I'm going to interrupt real quick. Is that what you would do?
Yes.
Okay.
I enjoy playing games, and I still do my community nights, and I'd probably mention that. If I were to get through, I'd mention that I still do that, because we're both heavily involved in the community. The chat is the number one. And we do our on your 12-hour, you did some community stuff on there as well. You used to play used to play Jackbox.
I did, up the shaggers.
But yeah, I think if you were to get, especially if you have more people in that are going to chat as well, it's easier to do the just chatting as well. So we do quite well at just chatting random shit.
Yeah.
And we're very fortunate to have met the people that we have that will just flood the chat a little bit. We are quite lucky in that aspect. But then again, taking it back to Hover, you're getting them people that are coming in because they see them sick clips and they're like, shit, I'll go in there. I want to see this hype. I want to join in.
Yeah. And I think that's where it's difficult, and I think you touched on this briefly this week. It's difficult to clip a just chatting clip without a bit, and I use the phrase a bit. The phraseology I mean by a bit is like a running joke or.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like an act. Like, I'm not saying it's an act. I'm not saying that those that have an act do it, but like it's difficult to. I don't like, for instance, if I was running the weekly roundup at the moment and we weren't on a break for season 3, it would be difficult for me to clip a weekly roundup clip, put it on Hover, and people go, "Shit, that's fucking vibe. Let's go," because the weekly roundup is an informative, review of what's going on in the streamosphere and the entertainment thing without getting wound up. Typically I get wound up, so you could argue you could clip me that, but you know what I mean.
But then you get that discoverability from another. You might do a normal just chatting stream. You'll just be chatting shit, get a funny clip, put it on there, and then someone might then follow you and say, "Oh, I'm here from Hover on a Tuesday," and you're doing your weekly roundup, and they'd be like, "Oh shit, what is this?" And then there you go. That's the discoverability that Twitch is missing.
And that exactly, and that's a great way to bring it back round, because that is exactly what they're missing. They're missing this. I go and put myself in special events or talk shows on podcasts, and there's 1,000 other people doing talk shows on podcasts, and it's and it's how do they know to come and join me? How they, sorry guys, for those listening, we've just had a chant of up the shaggers, and someone has just come back saying, "I was eating, I'm a shagger, what's up?" And that's because in ConMac's stream, he has the command for shaggers, and you can join, you can be a shagger if you want. And this is also a shout out to Daydreamer Dan. I want to let him know categorically, a shagger is not a bad thing. Okay? I go into his streams, Connor, we were saying about it earlier, and I'm like, "What up, shagger, how you doing?" And he's like, Aphen, I still think you're taking the piss. I'm absolutely not. Connor, can you back me up?
He's taking the piss.
I knew you were going to say that.
Taking the piss area.
I knew you were going to say it, so I can't clip this now. I knew you were going to say Oh dear. Unbelievable. So, what let's go back to the no time to edit thing. And we were talking about the website, and I said that we're going to come back to it. And the website has gone through some changes, and we know there's going to be some more changes. Guys, I retweeted it earlier. We'll retweet it a little bit later on when this podcast goes live on those platforms. But they're looking at bringing an editor into the website that allows you to upload your clip straight from Twitch, straight from your PlayStation, whatever, and then bring a crop editor over to crop your camera and crop your gameplay and do it all there for you. Con, I want to go to you to ask you, your thoughts on that when you saw that ad.
Yes.
Because I can clip now and I can edit now because I have the software. You technically don't. So how talk to me about that.
If Jay, I don't want to call you out of a lurk if you are here. If you are here, could you let me know? Is it going to be something like Streamladder? I don't know if you've heard of Streamladder. It's so simple to use. If it's going to be something like that, it'll be fantastic. It's so easy to do, and you also have to pay for Streamladder. It is. Oh shit,
guys!
Okay, right. If it's like that, it's going to make everyone's life 10 times easier. Especially if you want to make it vertical as well.
And it's free. Gee, you heard it here first. We probably didn't hear it first, but we're going to say you heard it here first. The editor on Hover, that's a game changer. We just had the chat saying game changer.
Yeah.
So talk to us about
it. Especially if you put stuff like a circular, like they do, they have a circular cam as well as being able to manually adjust your square one as well.
That's insane.
And fit your gameplay so that you can kind of drag it across as well. It's on your phone as well. See, Streamladder you can't use on your phone. It doesn't allow you to use it on your phone. It has to be on the website. So let me just bring this.
Let me just bring this together for those listening. At a later date. We're very fortunate enough to be joined by the manager of Hover in the chat at the moment. So big shout out to J64. That's J with triple A's. Go check him out. But Connor just asked the question. We're looking at the editor that's going to come onto the website a little bit later on, or going to come into the Hover app, and this is an editor that allows you to upload a clip and then edit by moving your camera into the center of the screen and vertical and all this sort of stuff. Make it sort of TikTok ready, make it Hover ready, is what we're going to say.
Yes.
And Connor referenced another app called Streamladder.
Streamladder, yeah, like Step Ladder.
Hoping so Streamladder, but it looks like Hover's going to be clapping them cheeks instead, because it's going to allow you to edit on your phone with complete integration to a Twitch clip. I would assume you bring in your clip from Twitch and then just move your crop before you post. Bring your crop margins over to move your camera to the top of the screen, make it vertical, whatever else, make it nice, and then chuck it up onto Hover. And I remember them saying, Connor, I don't know if you remember picking this up from the advert as well, you can then save that clip. Yeah, here we go. It's in the chat. You can then download it, which then means that you could fucking upload it to somewhere else if you wanted to.
Anywhere, YouTube Shorts, get your Discovery there. They're everywhere. They're balling. One thing. Jay, will you start in vertical borders then, please? Thank you. I'm not
He's taking the piss now. He's taking the piss now. Don't listen to him.
But no, honestly, it works so well. I used to. It was so simple to just click on Streamladder. You could literally grab all your webcam source, grab all your gameplay, and it's done. But if it's already on the app that you're gonna upload it to, like it's pretty much perfect.
That's really incredible. It's a one-stop shop, isn't it? It's a one-stop shop for streamers. I use the tagline here on the What's Aphening podcast. It's a podcast for streamers by streamers, and Hover is an app for streamers by streamers. Essentially, it's what it sounds like. Anyway, do you know what I mean? And what it looks like.
It's giving the people basically what they want, isn't it? Like,
absolutely, and that editor will allow people that don't have the access to software, that don't have the time to go, right, boom, here's my clip, ding, 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 upload, done, off you go, added to a challenge, top 16, see you later, give me that check mark, done. And we've not seen that anywhere before.
No, you got to jump through a lot of different hoops, aren't you, to try and do that? But
you literally do. There, you literally do. So looking at the next top streamer, let's go back to the next top streamer quickly then, Connor. And why didn't you enter this season?
I wanted to see what it was about. I had a look at not the requirements, like the kind of the process of it, and I was like, right, before I just jump into this, I've only been on the app for maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
I didn't want to jump straight into it and then be like, fuck, I don't know what I'm doing here, and then get out of depth. So I was like, I'm fairly new to it. I'll see what this one is. I've watched most of the nights other than I think was it Wednesday.
Yep.
I was on an early next day and I couldn't stay up. Yeah, I've been watching them and I'm just getting feedback from them. I'm getting feedback, seeing what
it's great.
Number one, the judges think, what their feedback is. It's like when you normally go to an interview, you fail the interview and then get feedback. I've not even failed the interview. I'm just kind of chilling. I'm just chilling, listening to the feedback.
And I was going to make an off the cuff comment there. That's like, okay, the others that have failed, they've not got through. But actually, you haven't failed because
definitely not.
You've got that extra visibility, discoverability. You've been out there, and actually, the fact that they got to the top 16 out of 2,700.
Exactly.
That's insane. Like fucking big props.
And if you get into the 16 as well, you've already beaten another 16 people that have had their clips auditioned or like put onto the screen, and clearly the people, the viewers have been like, shit, this person is a really good streamer. Let's vote for them.
Yeah.
And potentially from there, you get that discoverability. Like it all comes down to that discoverability, and that's how they sold it to me. It goes straight back to the beginning of the podcast. It full circle. That discoverability is there.
Perfect. I'd love to end there, but there's a couple more things I want to talk about because that was a great full circle. But I'm looking here in the chat now. I can do this on my way to work. I have a real low end PC that struggles like crazy, and this is. I don't know if Hover realised this, but. When people like us are saying it's a game changer, it is a literal game changer. You know, take away the increase in average viewers, take away the offline follows, take away the general, just the fact that, you know, a partner's followed you or a partner's in your chat. Take away any of that stuff. The very fact that they've gone, here, guys.
Here's a free editing software.
Here's a free fucking editor. Here's a free cataloger, like a library, whatever you want to call it, for your clips. Go have fun. It's like, are you kidding me? I mean, I will, because he'll turn up again at some point. You know, I'll tell Jake, I'll tell Xander that's literally what they've done. You know, because I think they need to know. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. And we got to hear from chat. I got to agree that Hover can be a game changer. I just recently started posting last night, and once I figured it out, switching to app from web browser, it was so simple to get some clips up, and it is, and I think they'll say that themselves, won't they? Up until earlier this week, the web browser was pretty scuffed, but I think they have updated the web browser. You can
clearly, they clearly see they took the feedback on pretty. It's still in beta. The thing's still in beta.
Yeah, right.
They've seen the feedback and gone, here you go. Here's a website that works. Yeah, and soon we'll be adding an editor, making it just better. You can save your clips from there, and so it's again, it's for the streamers, isn't it? It's for the streamers.
Yeah. So. Let's look at this. Let's look at this then, Connor. So, how do you're currently sat where? Where are you now in the gravity ladder? Do you know?
Statman Dan.
Yeah, Statman Dan is in the chat.
It'll be easier for me to do it. Let me do it.
And the reason I ask this is because I want to ask the question of how do you think there's a chance of plateauing in Hover?
So I'm currently sat at 113.
Which is out of, does it tell you out of how many?
45,000, I'm guessing.
Oh, it will be. Shit, yeah.
Unless it doesn't include the people that don't have any gravity. But I'm assuming it's out of all the users.
Yeah, I think that's right, man, actually, yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, the only way you can stop kind of growing on it if you stop uploading and stop interacting.
That's fair,
I don't think you can really stop plateauing, really, because you can just keep going up until you get to number 1, which is a bit mental. I don't really see you being able to stop.
So they have. So the person at number 1 currently has 65,000 gravity.
Is it Crow?
It is Crow. It is Crow. And he actually beat Capri and Miss Daydream and a few others to the first ever Hover user with 100,000 views. That's pretty insane.
What are the how many posts have they put on each? How many posts have they both added? So
let's check this out. Let's check this out. So okay, I'll do this. I'll bite. So Crow has. So remember this. Crow has 57 posts.
Yep.
Okay, and 2.8 thousand followers. All right.
Capri has 82 posts, 1,500 followers.
I mean, that's still not bad. 1,000. He's got less than half.
they're both at 100k, which which is insane. 100k views on an app with 45,000
Yeah.
users.
That's incredible. That's
pretty impressive.
That's incredible.
Pretty impressive.
It is, and so you make a good point of you stop growing on the app when you stop uploading.
When you stop putting the effort in.
You stop putting the effort in. Okay.
Yeah. There's always got to be effort. With anything, you've got to put the effort in. Otherwise, you're not going to get anything in return.
I agree. So talking about effort and return, are you going to be entering Next Up Streamer season 4?
Yeah.
You are. Yeah, definitely.
I'll give it a crack.
Nice, good man, good. That's
Again,
good to hear.
I'm not the greatest at editing, so I will potentially pay someone to do it on like Fiverr, or I'll ask you. I'll send you like some.
Give me a
Roblox
Roblox coin so I can tier 2 to Jay. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah,
sounds good. He'll buy it. He'll buy it. I don't know if we can trace the coins back or anything like that, so he doesn't know there's a bribery. But yeah, no, for sure. That's interesting. I said that I wouldn't. Depending, because I believe that Next Up Streamer season 4 is around May time, which is when my second child is going to be born. Man. So, I mean, it makes sense because I don't think I could live with myself if we ever went up, because they would put us together. They would put us in the same category for facts, right? They would.
I'd like to know who they pick, especially on like the top 16. I'd like to know if it was random.
Yeah.
In fact, if when Jay next jumps in here, I'd like to ask because the fact that 3 of you all got put in the same fucking category is nuts.
Oh, they knew.
But they didn't even know then. They didn't know then, did they, that we were all together?
No, I don't think so.
Now they know like we're a bit of a squad, like a bit of a squad all together from the same community. That could be interesting.
That could be very
interesting to see. We dumped in the same fucking categories.
And the worst thing about that is I would be humble and I would be able to take the fact that, yeah, okay, well done, you've beat me. But then the next time I'm in your stream, you'll be like, yeah, I beat you, Aphen. Remember I beat you?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, hell, you even changed your Discord name, and I am going to out you here. You changed your Discord name in Hecker's Discord to Hover Top 16 finalist. Which is just crazy. To be honest, you should have changed it in general so that in the Hover Discord, that was your name. That's what you should have done. Yeah, I mean, it's great. I think the good thing about Next Top Streamer is that you can learn a lot because you can see what the judges want. You can see also what the chat want as well, because what's good is you can be in the hover stream, and you can be in the streamer's stream, and you can obviously react to the streamer, but you can also see what the chat is saying. So a couple of nights, last night, the night before, and all this sort of stuff, you get people writing in the chat saying, oh, they're not reading their chat. Oh, they're not doing this. Oh, I like this. Not negative, but it's a little bit of feedback. And then they go, oh shit, that was really good. Oh, I like that. Yeah. Oh, I like that. And you go, okay, that's good. That's what they like. And again, it goes back to that. Do I do that? Yes, I do. Dope. Do I do that? No. Okay, maybe I change.
Yeah. But then also, like, even when people come into the chat and be like, oh yeah, look, they're not reading the chat. Someone like sorry, be like, yeah, but the chat's moving pretty quick, mate. Like they're not just gonna be like, oh yeah, he's fucking he should be reading the chat all the time. Like yeah, unfortunately, the chat moves. The chat can shift. If you got 100 people in there, it's going. And I think you've then got to change how you stream, but make sure you don't change too much. Like if you're in here now and you have 40 people all chatting,
yep,
compared to when you have 10 people in here chatting,
yep.
You'll start picking certain ones. Obviously, you'll scan through the chat. You'll start picking certain ones that you can kind of read out and read back. Where at the moment, like we currently just read out everything. Then we will sit there and read out everything. When you get to a point, you've got to pick and choose what you're what you're reading out. And
then that comes down to the viewer and the people that have been with you for the journey and along the way, and they know, right? Okay, he's not necessarily ignoring me, or this is different. You know, I've been here when he had 5 viewers. You know, I've been here when he's had 50 viewers. I've been here when he got raided by 370 people and he couldn't keep. You know, so it does. You know, but I think, and you make a great point there where you say, turn around and he was like, yo, hold on, the chat's moving pretty fucking fast, because I think there are people that go, well, you should read every fucking chatter there is, and it's like,
well, again, the next streamer allows you. There was a guy on there. What was it? I think it was the first dude.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
I'm pretty sure he had like a 5 average.
Yeah.
Imagine going from a 5 average where you've got maybe one chat every 5 minutes or so to 100 people stood in there destroying the chat. it gives you that. It's kind of like a bit of an interview. Do you know, like where some people go into interviews and think, I might not get it this time, but at least next time I know what to expect.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, isn't it? With it, you can be like, oh shit, I've got 100 odd people in here. Next time I'll make sure that I'll put the chat into slow mode. I'll potentially look at getting a monitor just for the chat, stuff like that, and you can learn from it.
Haven't you got a monitor for a chat, Connor?
All right.
Sorry.
What's your point? I've got Ariana on there.
So I think that's a good point because he said, and it stuck with me. It stuck with me massively because he said in his after audition interview, he said, all of these people talking about, I'm used to, when there's only 20 people here, I can do it, but when there's like 120 people, I can't. And he said, you're all talking about 20? Well, I have like 5 or 6. And I'm like, dude, you made top 16. You've just had 250 people in your chat. That is fucking GG.
Swinging it back around, discoverability.
Yeah.
Discoverability. That dude now could go up to a 15, 20, 30, 40 average.
Yes.
Because he's been noticed on it comes around full circle.
Oh, 100% full circle. And I just think that's fucking fantastic. Like, where else are you seeing this? You're not seeing that. You're not seeing the chance. So let's take away the discoverability of the app. Let's take away the fact that you win $5,000 if you win Next Top Streamer. Let's take away the top 16. It's very nice. Let's take away the fact that they keep giving away SteelSeries mice like they're going out of fashion.
But not keyboard.
But not keyboards. I need a keyboard. God damn it! My shift keys have cardboard underneath them. Honestly, it's the pure discoverability, and I get frustrated because I think this would have been so easy for Twitch to just add in. Like I spoke about this on the last weekly roundup, but I spoke about it with you, and we spoke about it and said YouTube have a catalog of clips. Okay, so click a clip, click an offline video, whatever you like, and boom, there you go. Twitch don't do that. There's nothing. They're just like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. Jeffrey Bezos.
I think Hover, the people at Hovers and Jay, I think they've jumped on an amazing opportunity. They've jumped in at the right time before Twitch have potentially done it themselves, and they've gone, here you go, there's the platform that you all wanted.
Mate, it's like you're reading the show notes, and not that this is written in the show note. I wish it would have done because I would have thought about it. But you say they've got in on something at the right time. Dude, do you think we've got in on something at the right time?
Yeah, I think we've got on it early enough. I'm seeing some crazy. What word am I trying to think of?
Conversion numbers.
Conversion. Yes, I've seen some crazy conversion. I think I started it. We all started roughly around the same time, but because we jumped onto it so early, and there was only probably 25,000 people when we jumped on something like that. That's a little amount compared to some of these social medias.
I agree.
The gravity works.
Yes, it does.
Again, I'll say it again. We wouldn't just be out here just like promoting this if it was shit.
No,
we're not getting any money from it.
I said to Connor last week, I said, dude, episode 3 of the podcast, do you want to be on it? Let's talk all things Hover. Let's talk our experiences. Let's go. And like for those of you that follow the podcast, Connor did the first episode with me. It then took me 10 months to do episode 2, and I did that with Pike the Pike. And episode 3 was going to come at some point, but it wasn't going to come this soon. And then all of a sudden, I was like, dude, let's talk Hover. Now, there's no way that we would be talking Hover if it hadn't had such an impact in ourselves.
Yeah.
A great question here, and I want to jump on it real quick before we move on. If Twitch did it themselves, or do it themselves, they decide to do it themselves, would we swap? I wouldn't.
No. There is again. Look at it this way. Exactly the same as what we said about TikTok and stuff like that. TikTok's got millions and millions of accounts on there. Twitch also has millions and millions of streamers. Whereas Hover currently has 45,000 people on there, and we're being pushed out. Someone loaded up their app the other day. And I was the first person that loaded up on the screen. I sit at a 30 average, and they're just like, there you go. There's a streamer there for you. Enjoy it.
Yeah, that's perfect, and that's what you need. And we got a couple of things here. Legendary, you're saying about can't be fake. What can't be fake? Nolski, Okay, I think there's no way Twitch doesn't try to steal or implement it themselves in the future. They've consistently ripped off third-party apps. Even a buyout would be kind of surprising. Interesting.
Oh,
You've just seen Crash's question, haven't you?
Yeah.
Very true. They're a part of the Bezos family and are untouchable, probably. I mean, I'm going to disagree real quick here. My thoughts on that are because I don't think they can be asked. And I'm going to get into my personal feelings on Twitch, which
People have raised the concerns and they've said they've done nothing.
They've just ignored it. They've ignored it. Let's be completely honest. And they will continue to ignore it until it becomes that much of an issue when they just close it down. Which leads us to the question in the chat from Crash 2052, the reverse. What if Hover became a streaming platform? Would you switch?
Oof.
It's a great question. Connor, do you want to go first or me?
Oof. No, go on. I'll let you go first.
Okay, I'll go first. It's a great question, Crash. Thank you for that. I think it's a difficult thing because at the moment, Twitch provides a ability for viewers without telling the viewers I'm here. Hover, in its current state, provides telling viewers I'm here without providing the viewers. Does that make sense? And by that I mean Hover has 45,000 people, Twitch has 2.5 million people, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I need the two of them to work together. Hover tells the 2.5 million viewers or users, I'm here, come watch me. If I went to Hover and stream there, and I think Hover would agree with this, if Hover come ask me that question in a year's time, Crash. Let's see when the user base of Hover has exponentially increased, as it will do, because it will do. They're going to the fucking moon, dude. They're going to the moon. Yeah. Connor, do you want to jump in?
Yeah, I am. It could be a risk, but it could be a good risk if obviously we're not. This is all just hearsay, innit?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, there's absolutely zero talk of that in the slightest, the what I know. But no, it probably not. No, probably not.
You have to look at. Oh, I'm going to jump on this. You have to look at. Sorry, we just had someone ask for a referral code, and we all just jumped in it. You have to look at the fact that Trovo tried to do streaming. YouTube are the only other YouTube and Facebook are the only ones that compete with Twitch at the moment in terms of streaming. And what's the common denominator? Money.
We can't take away that. I would have never met you if Twitch weren't a thing.
Very true. Very true.
People, we wouldn't be in the position that we're in right now if it weren't for Twitch.
It's very true.
We don't necessarily slate them. Obviously, we give them our feedback and all that. But yeah, it's I don't think I would. I don't think I'd make the switch. I don't think even if you didn't necessarily Hover, I wouldn't make this. I don't think I'd make the switch anywhere. I'll be honest. We're not big enough names to do that.
No,
to that risk.
We talked about this with YouTube, didn't we? When Harris Heller first moved over to YouTube, and
things started going in the shitter.
It did start going down the absolute shitter, the proverbial shitter. And I was like, would we go to YouTube? And I turned all the lights all red. And I know that a load of people came in the chat. They were like, oh, you go to YouTube and all this. Look, they offer different things at different times. The problem is Twitch offer a lot less, but they offer a consistent streaming platform where I don't need to think about anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if I, ask me in a year's time but I don't think Hover want to do that. I don't think Hover want to do that. Why would they bother? Why do you need to compete with streaming? You don't. What you need to compete. There's no point to compete. There's no point to compete with something that is doing relatively well, and Twitch is doing relatively well. What Hover are focusing on is what doesn't exist, which is the discoverability of Twitch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's why they're doing well. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's a good question though. It's a great
question. Great question. So let's look at then. Let's sort of like start rounding this up now. Then we've kind of talked about the difference between TikTok, YouTube, and Insta in terms of discoverability, and I think that's where the difference needs to lie, because obviously at the heart of it, they're a platform that you can upload clips to. Okay.
Yeah.
But the difference is obviously the what do you call it?
it's. I think at the end of the day, hover is more beneficial to us.
Yeah, it's the
right now.
demographic. It's the demographic. It's the user base, and it's the reason for it. Okay, so I want to talk. Let's sort of round off now. Let's sort of come to an end here in terms of next steps. What are your next steps for? What do you think Hover's next steps are?
I mean, they're doing them. They're doing them. They're showing us all the time that they're doing more and more stuff. They've upgraded the website. They're gonna be upgrading even more. Like I said, like we talked about with the editor, that's fantastic. They're constantly upgrading to help the streamer out, to help the streamers out, and to hopefully get us discovered more. Get these little streamers that have good content pushed out there, and that's what they're doing. What they're doing is working. So I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Uploading my clips. These guys, these fantastic dudes, are clipping for us, which helps us out a shitload. Even if they do get deleted sometimes. All right, some clips aren't 10 out of 10s. But you guys keep clipping anything that you find funny. We chuck it up.
No,
and then the discoverability keeps going up.
I agree, and the beauty of that is the fact that it's the viewer that has clipped something because they've gone, oh shit, this is funny.
Yeah.
And then someone else is going to have the same sense of humor, and someone else is going to find it funny.
And I think at some point, more and more viewers are going to end up on Hover looking for people as well, especially with the ease of the app as well. Like obviously, it's got its flaws. It's still in beta, but it's as simple as swipe up. Oh, that person's good. Follow. Swipe up. Visit on Twitch. Follow. It's so simple. And if more people, more viewers keep going on. Look at people like Dan. Dan uses it. Soph uses it just to give us a quick like or something like that. If they're randomly scrolling for it one day and go, oh, this person's quite funny, let's give them a follow and see what they like.
Yeah, perfect. And talking of that, we got a user in the chat who's literally just said, I just signed up and Aphen was the first clip I got. Like, oh, hey, he's streaming right now. Maybe I should check him out. Boom!
Click the link. Link.
And he used my code. Perfect.
You fucking snag.
But, that's it there, Legendary Energy. So how many, people like you might just go randomly, but not already in the stream, might load up the app and go, fuck it. And then they find me, or they find Connor, or they find someone else. They find Carnage, found like Heckers, anyone like that, and go, oh shit, let's go check him out. Boom, there you go. And that's what we're talking about. Like gamers, YouTube would be just as beneficial as Twitch, but depending on what you're playing, a pre-recorded platform versus live can make a huge difference. This is true. Also, we've got a comment on the web browser. They have recently just updated the web browser. It's so much better. You can add comments, you can share, you can do all of this sort of stuff. What's next for me is the same as you. It's just continue to get clips out there, continue to get clips, continue to get, just push the name out, really. Do you know what I mean? And it's a case of just, I say pushing the name out. It's a case of just doing what I've been doing, really, and work within Hover, but also find other streamers. I think that's the beauty of finding other. We have talked endlessly about finding other streamers that we enjoy, and it's great, and it's another good point to shout out Daydreamer down again, because he was someone that we literally found through Hover. He was doing a top 16 judging.
One that I got to the final of.
Yeah, it was the one you got to the final of, and we thought, okay, let's check this dude out because he's making some funny comments, and it's like, okay, this dude's a vibe. This dude's an absolute vibe. Let's fucking chill here. And I've gone there each time we streamed. I know you've gone there each time we streamed, and it's without Hover, we wouldn't have found him, and without Hover, some people wouldn't have found us. You know what I mean? So, next steps. Yeah, that's next steps for me. Is there anything that you think we haven't talked about? I'm going to open up to the chat now. If there's any questions you want to do, here's your question time. Connor, is there anything you want to sort of talk about Hover before we call it a night on the podcast?
No, we went into the whole potentially thinking it was follow for follow, and like these bigger streamers getting bigger and stuff from it. And again, it may have started. People may think it's a little bit like that. Oh, there we go. I missed that one. I nearly got it. And people might have might think that at first because some bigger names do come up when you first start scrolling. Like you'll see these partnered people, but you then do see quite quickly these people that are sat at 2 views, 4 views, 3 likes, stuff like that. I saw someone the other day. They had 1 like on it, and it made me belly laugh. I followed him. It was hilarious. It
Yeah.
was hilarious.
Yeah.
I like GG, commented, and then followed him on Twitch.
So
It
I'm
was
going
fucking
to
hilarious.
stop you because we were rounding off, but we haven't told anybody what the fuck a GG is.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so GGs are like your super likes. You get GGs, you get 2 GGs every 4 hours. Okay, GGs provide more gravity. We haven't even talked about gravity. What the fuck? We haven't even. Okay, this is weird.
Oh yeah, we did. No, we did.
Did we talk about? Oh no, we did. We did. Okay, well done. Thank you for being here. So GGs, you get 2 GGs every 4 hours. You can GG a clip, and it provides more gravity. Can you stack GGs? You can't stack GGs. No, you have to. You use them, and the minute you've used your second one, you then start your countdown for your next 4 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
And it provides more gravity to the person that you're GGing, and it also, I don't know if I think it probably provides gravity to yourself when you GG because it's that part of engagement. But your best bet is to, you know, if you see a clip, like GG it, come back 4 hours later, boom, GG it again. You might have gone over this already, but do you have advice to someone new to hover? Oh, that's a great question. Advice new to hover. We could both answer that really because we've both been new to hover. But I mean, Connor, you're the guest here. I'm going to open it up to you. Do you want to answer that? Like, any advice for someone new to hover?
Engage with as many clips as you can. Go around, give them a like if you actually like the content. Comments are always helpful. A comment on a video is always nice to see to other people. And if you comment on someone's video, they potentially could click on you and go, let's see what this guy's doing. See what this person's doing. Going right. If you genuinely do enjoy someone's content, if it's like a good clip, click GG, and you think, you know what, this guy, it was really funny, and I want to actually see this is what his stream is like. Go and visit the channel. You don't have to go in there and say. You don't necessarily have to go in there and go, oh, I am from Hover. They'll see it anyway. They'll see it regardless. You can. I think like Aphen said, I think it is a bit of an unwritten rule. You do go, I came from Hover. But just get around on the app. Try and get some gravity and stuff like that. Was that your last question? So I'm not bang now.
I want to answer Lobes. No, my understanding is that yes, your countdown doesn't reset on your GGs until you've used your second GG. I think they come as like a pair. That's my understanding. Don't take that.
Yeah, I'm unsure on that one.
Yeah, I was going to say don't take that to the bank, but I believe that's the case based on just personal how I've used it. And yeah, I mean, like, bam, just to add on from like what Connor said. Essentially, it's the same. Anyone new to hover, engage as much as possible. You know, it's not just about networking, but it certainly, you know, does help with networking. It helps with the discoverability. You know, so get on there, like some videos. Follow some people. You never know. You might just meet your next top streamer. And last question, how do you feel about the hovers that are like, I'm going live now, come join us? Oh, it's a good question. It's a good question. I think that's very similar to the TikTok. Like, if you want to see what I'm talking about, come join my live right now. It's like, what's the point? Like, don't know. Unfortunately, though, I'll tell you, I haven't seen any of those hovers.
Sorry, do you mean as in? Oh, sorry, I thought you meant people that come into your chat and do that.
No, I believe
like an actual video, like it's like like say you put a tweet of you just before you go live streaming, put click on this link, like kind of like that. You mean on hover?
I think I want to say, and they'll let us know, but I want to say it's a case of I've seen about 4 like a hover clip video. Okay, so a video where they go and they say, look, I'm going live now, come join us over on the stream. I can see why they would do it because you can then put that clip in the live now category. But
yeah,
I don't know if it's something that it's not something that I would do. It's something, ironically, it's something that I always used to think about. I was like, right, I'm going to sign up for an Instagram for my Aphen TV Twitch account, and I will do that there. And then found out you needed to have like 1,000 followers or something in order to unlock that ability to do it. So I never did it because it was like swipe up now to get over to the stream, but you don't get that ability to do that on Instagram until you have hit 1,000 followers or something. Oh, wow. On hover, I don't see the benefit of something like that because after I've got
pushed there regardless.
Yeah, and after I've got like we've just seen it here. I don't have a live clip now, but Legendary Energy, who just signed up, he saw my clip first, and it was like, okay, he's live
because stay live next to that as well. If you're no matter which clip comes up, if hover detects that you're live, it'll say live.
Yep. Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. It annoys me and I pass on it. But
Crash. No.
I think that's a great point because it just emphasizes what you look for. Soph. Another question, then, guys. We'll take 2 more questions. Would you recommend follow for follow or be choosy over who to follow? Connor, I think we both agree on this. Definitely want to follow for follow.
Yeah. Always follow for follow. Support for support. You got this. No, fuck that ride off.
No, don't do it.
It's pointless. It's pointless because then you only get people that come into your channel for 5 minutes. They chat for a couple of seconds and they fuck off, and you're like, well, that was pointless, wasn't it?
If we're being honest about it, you won't have the time to give them the viewership, and they ain't got the time to give you the viewership. So it don't fucking work. Just don't.
I'd like to see if you get gravity from following people.
Yeah, nice.
If you do,
you're gonna follow more people.
Might be worth it. You could fuck the algorithm a little bit. You could follow everyone and get you. If we ever see Jay again in here, if I'm not here, will you ask him?
I will.
That's a good one. If you get it from following people, that's you could follow everyone.
You could follow everyone.
Literally everyone on the platform.
45,000 followers. 45. Yeah. You're following 45,000. Go for it.
Xander, Jake. I'm guessing Jay. I think there's 5 that follow you instantly. They will follow every single person on that app.
Yeah. Another advice-based question. No, please go for it. Go for it. We would not recommend follow for follow. It's an oxymoron. It provides no growth to you and it provides no growth to them. So just don't do it.
Even if you're sat at you're like, oh yeah, I've sat at 30 viewers now because I've got all these people that have jumped in just for that. Your chat won't move and you won't build a community.
No, there'll be nothing. There'll be nothing left.
There'll be nothing. It'll be dead. You're just sat there and you're like, meh.
I just tested it. You get only 1 gravity for everyone you follow. Okay, that's not so bad. 1 gravity in the grand scheme of things isn't so bad.
But if you follow 1,000 people, that's
1,000 gravity. Yeah. Okay. Was it 56? Followed 2 now at 58. Interesting. I know what I'll be doing after stream. I definitely get the importance of I definitely get the importance of engagement. But what about content-related advice for a newbie? I have plenty of different kinds of clips. What would be good for hover posts? Okay, you say funny ones. Let me jump in on this real quick. I think, for me personally, and I have a feeling, Connor, you're going to agree with me. Pop or drop the clips that you like, that you believe in, that you think sell your content, your stream, the most. And the reason for this is because that's what people are going to see. So if you endorse it enough because you've uploaded it, people then seeing it are seeing what you agree with them seeing. Does that make sense? So there's no point fucking putting up a clip just to please the COD fans. Oh, I've got a headshot on COD. If I ain't ever played COD, I haven't played COD for 2 years. I'm not going to fucking upload it. You know what I mean? So, all of my clips are me fucking, there's a clip of me fucking around with a green screen cape. Because that's what I would do on stream, because I've fucking done it. I've played Euro Truck, it's on there. Apex, it's on there. Connor, the same with you. Your scary innuendos, they're on there. Your fucking Fall Guys plays, it's on there. Put up what is you, because the best way of using hover is by using it to showcase your content. We've talked about it all night. It's discoverability in a nutshell. There's no point people discovering something that you don't do. Connor?
A massive one is I'd highly recommend keeping it under 15 seconds. Short and sweet clips, fucking bang on there. I'm pretty sure, again, I'm fucking being big-headed, but I'm pretty sure I think I've got 4 clips over 1,000. I think 3 of them are all 5-second clips. One of them, I'd literally just do a wanker sign and say 60 FPS, and it's 2K now. It's ridiculous. I'd keep them short and sweet. I think that's a big thing to do.
Yeah, Bam. Another question or sort of a follow up there. You said you currently have a clip of you swearing up a storm and another semi-drunkenly explaining Slime Rancher. Never heard of it. And that's the stuff you enjoy and speaks to your brand. It's all such good information. Good. Connor's just said that he has a clip there of him going, literally, look at my FPS on the camera, and then he does the wanker sign and goes, don't do that. Boom, blowing up. Okay, I have one where I'm playing Euro Truck and I'm swigging a beer. blowing up. Like, literally, whatever is your there's no point. It would be worse if Connor goes, here's a picture of me playing fucking, I don't know, World of Warcraft as a restoration shaman.
No, like a 60-second video.
A 60-second clip,
like,
because I've talked him into trying it, because he's never going to play it again. So it's a false advertising, you know. Do what's right for you. Do what is your content. Even if you get 20 views for the next 2 months, do your content, because eventually, when those clips start balling, they're balling for the right reasons rather than for fake. It's exactly the same as what we were talking about earlier, Connor, in terms of the next top streamer. Be yourself, believe in your content. You go up there, be next top streamer and do someone else's content. The minute you win that shit and people are in your chat, they're leaving when they realise, oh shit, this dude doesn't play COD. What the hell?
I'd like to see Capri's...
I'd love to see
his audition.
Yeah, I'd love to see. I looked on YouTube the other day to see if that was available. I'd love to see Capri Sun Pappy's next up streamer.
If the dude comes in again.
Yeah, if he comes in again, it would have been nice if he'd come in on a day that we weren't doing a podcast.
I know, yeah.
Why does this happen?
But at least he came in. That's
and it wouldn't have happened without Hover.
Exactly.
You know, and that's the thing. It wouldn't have happened without Hover. Comment in chat saying, want to point to the whole Vine resemblance. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Short and sweet.
Yeah. Okay.
7 seconds and then Vine.
Shit, Vine was 7 seconds, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, okay. I think you're right. You got to look at bounce rate as well. And we will start wrapping this conversation up now. But bounce rate in terms of like bounce rate in streams, the average bounce rate for a stream is 10 seconds. So someone finds you in Discover or finds you or whatever, they come over to you, they get an ad, probably 5 seconds. If they haven't bounced, you then have 5 seconds to sell them. And 5 seconds to keep them in. That's the average bounce rate. Bounce rate means the rate at which people come into your stream and then bounce out into the next one. Connor, your smirk.
Yeah, my bounce rate is pretty good.
I knew that was coming. I could see the smirk. I knew there was a mum joke coming. Well done. Well done. And I think that's the same. If you were to put up a fucking 3-minute hover, it's not gonna entice people. You have to think you're selling people. You want people to see your stream. You want people to come into your stream and go, boom! I want to be there. Connor, as we round up. Any final thoughts? Any final thoughts on sort of Hover and next?
I see where it goes. I mean, it's streamers that run it. Like Jay's a streamer. I know Jake and Xander don't anymore or as much, but they get feedback from these streamers. Like sorry and stuff's quite obviously quite well integrated with them all. Capri and stuff like that. And they're gonna get legit feedback from them people, and hopefully just keep adding to it.
And I think, great. And I think that's a great sort of final thought to jump in there. Is that actually it's ingratiating streamers. So it's streamers that are making moves for streamers. It's streamers that are influencing the changes that the app makes. Guys, we need an editor. Guys, we need this. Guys, we need that. You know, I use this and I use that. And actually, that's what you need. You need streamers talking for streamers. Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of my final thought. Realistically, on that at all. So I mean, guys, if you, we will end the podcast here now. If you like this and you enjoyed this conversation, let us know in the comments, and we will perhaps get another one of these going again later on, like in another couple of months. See where we're both at with Hover. Connor, I want to thank you very much for giving up your time to come and have this conversation with me. Thank you so much. Connor, where can we find you? Tell me, where can we find you?
Just near Manchester.
No, where can we find you online, dude?
Yeah. So, my main ones, I use Twitter and Hover. Obviously, my Twitch is just my name down here. Feel free to call me Connor. Either or, I don't mind. No, you don't hate to get out of here. But yeah, no. Feel free. I stream on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. I stream at 7 PM till 11 PM normally on them days. It does change a little bit. If you want to see what my actual schedule is, check my Discord.
Brilliant. Thank you, Connor. Thank you so much. And obviously, I'm Aphen, and I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 21:30 GMT or just after. It depends. I'm usually late. Guys, hang around. We'll probably have some conversation. We'll chat and we'll see where we're going. Then we're going to look to raid out. Connor, thank you so much, bro. Honestly, this means the world to me that you give up your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Take it easy, my dude.
Bye.
Bye.